The Observer, Dave Meltzer, is claiming that Jeff Hardy was actually recently contacted by John Laurinaitis to return to the company. They want him back, and they tried to sweeten the pot by offering Jeff Hardy a spot in this year's Hall of Fame. And Jeff reportedly turned them down and said no. And he also is demanding the results of his drug test. Now, I don't even know what that means. I don't know if the night that he, at the house show when he kind of powdered out of the match and left, if they drug tested him right there. I don't know. Or if they drug tested him right around that time and he knows he was clean. He knows he didn't relapse. That whole situation was very fishy because it was almost immediate where Matt Hardy and Jeff's wife and everybody's coming out and say Jeff is fine, nothing's wrong. Every other time he's had a relapse or a fuck up, he's usually owned up to it. So this one was a little strange. It's hard to really take Jeff Hardy's word for it, considering how many chances he's been given and how many times he keeps screwing up. A lot of us couldn't really blame WWE for their swift reaction. If that was any other talent, they probably would have worked with him. But Jeff Hardy basically came back to the company back in 2017 with 2 strikes on him. So it was like, one chance and you're out. So maybe WWE jumped the gun a little bit and they didn't examine all the facts. They realized that Jeff is still in a good place. They might have let him go too early, and now they're terrified he's going to show up on AEW. His no compete ends on March 9th. That's about a month and 2 weeks away. So you can damn well bet he's going to be turning up on AEW, because you put the Hardy Boys there with the Bucks, and with FTR, and think about the Hardys like, a veteran team like that honestly, I can't believe are still even active based on the style they had. If they can go into AEW and work with a couple of young teams and just be a couple of veterans there, it would be so awesome to see Jeff Hardy interact with a lot of talent there. One name specifically is Darby Allin, because I was one of the ones, even though I love the Darby Allin and Sting pairing. You guys remember when it first started, I was almost like, I don't understand where all the comparisons to Darby and Sting come from. Darby skateboards, but Surfer Sting never even surfed. They're not really the same. Sting was never one of these extreme sports nuts, that dives off of bridges and stuff. Darby Allin seems a lot more like Jeff Hardy to me, and I think it was just the black and white face paint is the only connection people were making between Darby and Sting. But if you get Jeff Hardy in there, I think Hardy and Darby and Sting, hell, all of them. Throw Danhausen in. Get those 4 guys face painted up in the ring. Hardy, Sting, Darby, Danhausen. Holy shit. Ratings, bitch. But I think Hardy going over to AEW would be a lot of fun, provided he can keep his shit together. We did a whole video when he was released, not showing a whole lot of sympathy for him because, you're back in WWE. You're lucky to have a job as it is, and you're lucky to be given so many opportunities and will be in the Hall of Fame one day, whether it's on his own, with Matt, or both. It's just apparently not going to be in 2022. I always thought that Jeff Hardy was an idiot for fucking up those opportunities, considering that WWE gives him chance after chance because of how good and marketable he is. And, not a lot of wrestlers have that. That he has that, kind of natural charisma and that ability to connect with every single member of the audience. Young people love him, old people love him, men love him, women love him, kids love him. Jeff Hardy is universally kind of respected. So I always thought that he had a unique situation, and anytime that he screwed up, I wasn't going to have a whole lot of sympathy for him. But if there's more than this than meets the eye, if he was drug tested that night and he was clean and WWE was holding back the results, whatever the hell that means in terms of him wanting the results of his drug test, I don't know, but WWE thought it was enough. Must not have been bad enough for them to keep him out of the company. They want him back, and I absolutely love it. It gives me a raging, mega huge erection whenever somebody turns down WWE. I love for people to say, go fuck yourself, because they're so arrogant in WWE, and they think in their heads that, we'll offer somebody the Hall of Fame because everybody would like to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Lots of people have turned down the Hall of Fame. So I'm glad that WWE does not, have the grip on pro wrestling that they think they do. And best of luck to Jeff Hardy. So whatever's going on there, I don't know. But I loved that he told the company basically to go F themselves. And hopefully he's going to be turning up on Wednesdays and hopefully finish off his career. And even after that, I do believe, despite everything, that Matt and Jeff will go into the WWE Hall of Fame one day. They absolutely have to. I think they can both make a case to be 2-timers. Jeff, for sure. Matt, it's debatable. Let me know what you think in the chat.